slow. So don't get discouraged. All right. You guys are like having a conversation without me in the chat window. Okay, so for our newbie to Ruby training, I wanted to talk about the steps to success. It Works already has a plan pretty much set out, well, exactly, step by step, what you need to do to be successful. Our problem is we kind of want to reinvent the wheel and stray from that, so we kind of just need to stick to it. So let's talk about it for a minute. The first thing is to sign up as a distributor, which is going to cost you $99. Excuse me. And that's going to get you your business builder kit. It has flex cards and order forms and brochures and all the things that you'll need to kind of get started. And it also has a box of 4 wraps. So you can sell those wraps for $25 a piece and you'll break even. And you could do that in your first week. And then after that, everything will be profit, which is awesome. You also are going to sign up to have a website, so you'll decide what you want the web address to be, and that's where you'll send your family and friends and contacts to go purchase products from you. And that will cost you $20 a month to keep that going and running, so you have access to that. You'll also want to set up an $80 bonus volume auto ship, and we'll talk a little bit more about what bonus volume means, but that's basically the cost of being in business. So I tell people leave it on 2 boxes of wraps. That's a little bit more than $80 in volume. And then your goal can be to sell those 8 wraps every month, and that's going to keep your business growing. Also, when you sign up, there's 2 booster packs you can see on that little graphic that if you can swing those are great deals, great ways to get your business started so that you can have product on hand for your first couple parties. And they actually just switched those, so even if you're not new, take a look at that. The big boost is cheaper now. It's only $3.49, and you get a whole bunch of stuff. So that was exciting when I saw that they switched that up. Okay, so that's step 1 is to just sign up. Then step 2, your first goal, as soon as you can, even before your kit comes in the mail, like right away you can get started calling people and sharing on Facebook, is to get 4 loyal customers. Those are customers who agree to buy at least one thing from you for 3 months in a row. So it's really easy to find those. You can get them, like I said, call roommates from college or cousins or sisters and moms and all those people that kind of owe you a favor. Those should be your first 4 loyal customers. Once you get those 4 in your first 30 days, you'll get $120 in free product. You can spend that on anything you want. So that's another great way to get more wraps for parties and one-on-one appointments so that you can use those to make wrap cash. Another cool thing is our applicator rewards. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but for every 2 loyal customers that you get an applicator reward. You'll also be fast start qualified, and we'll talk more about that also, but that's kind of an important thing if you like getting paid, which is kind of why it comes down to that, is why we're doing this, so we can get paid. It'll also help you start building that residual income that's going to keep building and building every month, so your paycheck's going to get bigger for having more loyal customers. So step 2 is to get your first 4 loyal customers, and make sure you do that in your first 30 days. So if you sign up on the 15th, try to do it before the 15th of the next month. But really, it doesn't take that long. You could do it in a couple of days. And then step 3 is you want to get 3 business partners. That's people you know or that you meet that want to join the party with us and start their own skinny wrap business. So then you also need to help them get fast start qualified by getting their loyal customers. And you can help them by being at their launch party and kind of getting them trained and sharing the steps to success with them so that they can do the same thing. And we'll talk a little bit more, but by helping people get their business started, you can get bonuses that get paid straight to your bank account, which is always good. And I already covered that bullet to make sure you tell them about the steps to success so that you can help them to be successful also. So I've made this little sheet, and it's on our Facebook page, our team page. So if you join our team, we'll add you to the page, and you have access to all these files that we use. And I just printed mine out and laminated it so that I can use it over and over. Every time I wrap someone, I'll make a little check mark in the step 1. I want to wrap 8 people. Use that auto ship that I'm running every month to make myself some more money. So every time I wrap someone, I'm going to check off one of those wraps. Then the 4 loyal customers, you just write their name in step 2, and step 3, your 3 distributors, and then check mark when they get their first 2 loyal customers. So you want to try to fill this out every single month. And then, like just with a dry erase marker, if you laminate it like I did, then you can wipe it off and start over the next month. There's going to be months, like we were just talking about, that you don't reach this goal and don't fill it up, and there's going to be months that you surpass this goal and get more people wrapped and more loyal customers. This is just kind of a guideline of what you should shoot for every single month. So that's the steps to success. That's kind of what we just do over and over and over to help ourselves be successful. So we talked about what it means to be fast start qualified. What that means is you have 2 loyal customers. So all the time, no matter what, you want to make sure you have 2 loyal customers. They don't have to be running their auto ship. They just have to be officially your customer. As long as you have that, every time you enroll a new distributor and that distributor gets fast start qualified in their first 30 days, you get a $100 bonus. And that isn't paid with your commission. That's paid weekly on Fridays. So if you fast start a distributor, that very next Friday you get the $100 bonus. And that's an unlimited amount. So you could enroll 10 distributors and get $1,000. Sounds good to me. Let's just all do that. And also, being fast start qualified it's really complicated if you don't, when you're first trying to wrap your head around it. But later on, when you get to higher rank in the company, being fast start qualified is going to get you more bonuses, and your team being fast start qualified is also going to get you more bonuses. So we just want to make sure that everyone who enrolls gets fast start qualified. We talked a little bit about applicator rewards. Every time you get 2 loyal customers, you get a wrap reward. So, and that's ongoing forever, not just in your first 30 days. So for every 2 loyal customers that you enroll, you get a box of wraps for $25. So you pay the $25 and the tax. You don't have to pay shipping. And you get that box of wraps, which is great if you're trying to build up your inventory a little bit for parties. Just using those wrap rewards, if you sold them each, you're going to profit at least $75 depending on how much you decide to sell your wraps for. Another bonus that Spencer and I are working towards right now is the car bonus. I think they actually changed the name to the loyal customer bonus, but I still call it the car bonus. And the way this works is once you have 60 loyal customers enrolled and your volume is at least $3,000, you get an extra $600 on top of your commission that you're already earning on those loyal customers. All the customers don't have to order each month. They just have to be your customer. So if their 3-month period is over and they have paused their auto ship for a little while, that doesn't matter. As long as your volume's $3,000 and you have those 6 customers, you get the $600 bonus. This bonus is also awesome because you can't lose it. So say 1 month you don't have $3,000 volume, you won't get the bonus that month, but you can get it back the next month. So this, like, you can't lose it. You just have to earn it back if you don't get it on a certain month. Does that kind of make sense? Hopefully it does. Okay, so we've kind of been talking about bonus volume, which sounds scary, but it's really not. I think it's bonus volume, Christine. That's a good question. 3,000 bonus volume. And what bonus volume is you can get it from retail orders that are placed from your website and personal sales from your website, from all of your loyal customers' orders, from your personal auto ship and your team's auto ship that run, all those things added together equal your personal bonus volume. Or sorry, just your bonus volume. And if you don't know what it is, you can log into your eSuite, your back office that we talked about earlier, and look, and it'll tell you what your bonus volume is. And it's a little bit less, it depends on the product, but sometimes it's a little bit less than the price that the person paid for it. So you want to double check on those products to see what the bonus volume is for that product. You always want your volume to be at least $400. For promoting and for commission, you always want it to be 400. So we kind of call that the 400 club. You want your team to at least equal $400. That's kind of one of your very first goals. And the reason that we do that is the main, I don't even know what to call it, the goal that we set for everybody is to be in the 400 club, and we're all trying to get to Ruby. This little chart that's up right now is a Ruby chart. So you see the little red dot, obviously is you. And you're in the steps to success. You try to find 3 people to join your team, and you want each of them to be in the 400 club. And then as they're trying to gather their 3 business partners, when one of them gets 2 business partners, like you can see that green box on the left, they will reach executive is what it's called. And all that means is they have two people in the 400 club also. So you get your 3, and then those 3 are working on their 3 is kind of how you get to Ruby. And once you get to Ruby, all you have to do is help your team get to Ruby, and then help their teams get to Ruby. If you look past that, there's a lot of ranks that we are working towards in the company, but it gets really complicated of who you need where and how all the boxes work. So if you just kind of keep it simple and think of it like we're all trying to get to Ruby, and we're all trying to have our volume at 400. That kind of keeps it simple, and you will promote to the ranks that are higher than Ruby if you keep doing that. Someone told me once that in order to be double diamond, you pretty much just have 5 rubies on your team. If you look at the double diamond chart, it's really confusing, so I try to not make it too complicated and just help everybody get to Ruby, and that will help you promote. That might seem kind of confusing if you haven't seen it before, so ask lots of questions. We're always okay with lots of questions. Speaking of questions, let's pause for a second since we've gone over a whole bunch of stuff and just see if anyone has any questions about what we've already talked about. I hear that I missed a great conversation in the chat window. I'll give you like 2 minutes, 2 seconds, I mean, to tell me if you have any questions. Who keeps coughing in the background? The new pricing, I thought was supposed to go in, Christine just asked in the chat box when the new prices were going to go into effect, and they told us February 1st, but I haven't noticed new order forms yet, so that's a great question, and I don't know. That's not a very good answer. That's all I got. Okay, let's keep going for a minute. If you think of some questions, you're welcome to type them in or turn your mic on. So we're trying to get to Ruby ourselves and trying to help others get to Ruby. How do you do that? What do you need to do to kind of build your team and get your business going? Hey. Sorry, my 3-year-old's being really loud. One way is to schedule one-on-one appointments. If you don't have parties scheduled, that's okay. You don't have to have parties. You can just call up your friends and have them come over, or you can go to their house or meet at Starbucks or whatever you need to do and just meet with them one-on-one and rap if they want to rap and talk to them. Use your party pad that we'll talk a little bit more about, but you can also post on Facebook. And if you're having a hard time posting on Facebook, email me, email your sponsor and say, hey, what do I say? And I'm totally happy to send you word for word what to post on Facebook. I I had a distributor enroll, was it last week? Excuse me, I think it was last week. It was Mel, and she wanted to get started, didn't even have her kit yet, and said, what should I post on Facebook? So I typed it up for her, and she posted it in like an hour. She had 12 people like the post, and a bunch of people email her about the wraps. Like, already just in that first little post had leads that she can now follow up with to build her business. So that was awesome, just from one Facebook post. Of course, we can book parties. Sometimes it's hard to find people to host parties, but I've noticed, like, just ask. If they say no, that doesn't mean you're not friends. It doesn't mean they don't like you. It just means they don't want to have a party. I kind of had to get over myself on that one, and I just asked people, hey, do you want to do a party? You can wrap for free, and more often than not, they're happy to help you out. So just ask around for parties. Blitzing is a good way to build. We say that term like everyone knows what it is. Just in case you don't, we have blitz cards, which I was going to grab one. And I don't have one right here. Oh, yes, I do. Sorry. This is our blitz card. You get some in your kit. And it's just a coupon with some information about the wrap. Handing these out and talking to people, we call it blitzing. So when we talk about that, that's what we mean. You can blitz by handing them to people at the mall. We just did that the other day. You can leave your blitz cards places. That's not always as effective because you don't have that personal connection. But if you check out at the grocery store, give one to the checker. Just give them to anyone you come in contact with. And if you can try to get their information once you've blitzed them and say, hey, let's be friends on Facebook, or can I have your email address to follow up with you? That's a good way to be able to follow up with them, because this is your business, not theirs. They might forget to call you. It's your job to remember to call them, but you have to have their information. You probably can't see it on my blitz card. I stuck a little sticker that says text the word skinny to, and I put my cell phone number to enter for a free wrap. And I'm going to draw every month and give away a free wrap. But the real reason I want to do that is so I have their number. So then I can contact them later and say, either you won or sorry you didn't win, but let's wrap you anyways. So that's just an idea of how you can get their information to follow up. I think Spencer's cough is rubbing off on me. My throat is tickling. Another way you can grow your business is through online parties and Facebook parties. Our team has had a few of those and they've gone really well. They don't normally generate as many sales and loyal customers as a home party, but if you're just sitting home doing nothing else, you might as well plant some seeds and get the word out a little bit. Another thing you can do is just get an It Works shirt and wear it around, and people are going to ask you and say, what works, or what is it, or I have this, whoops, it's hooked to my light. I took a blitz card. I've showed you guys this before, but for the new people, how'd you like that view of my armpit? For the new people, I took a blitz card and put it on this lanyard, and I could just wear it. And if people look at it, because they're like, why is she wearing a plastic thing? And when you see them looking at it, you can be like, oh, have you heard of this? And it's kind of an icebreaker, gets people talking. I know I'm a lot more comfortable answering questions than I am starting the conversation. Excuse me. So that is a way to get them to ask me a question. On another thing I've posted on our Facebook page just this last week is a list generator. It just has ideas of all the people you could possibly think of, and you're going to write their names down on a list, and then you want to get in contact with all those people, whether it's to host a party for you or just to wrap them at an appointment or see if they're interested in the business. Whatever it may be, just start that list of people, and you want to continually be adding people to that list so that you always have kind of a pool of contacts to go to when you're running out of leads. That's mine and Spencer's assignment to ourselves for the week, is to get our list made. Another thing is just to come to things. If there's trainings or one team, one missions or conference calls or corporate calls or these online team trainings, come to them. Even if you only get one little aha moment, one little piece of information that is new, that's going to help you grow your business. It helps you have support when you're having a hard time, and when you're doing well, you can support your team. So it's just good to go to things and be involved in the business with our team. The other thing that's really important is to use the party pad. It comes in your kit when you sign up. I actually printed one off. Can you see that? Woo. And had it spiral bound. Can you see like the little twisty binding so I can flip through it? But there's a script in your e-suite you can print out and just tape it to the back, and it's going to tell you word for word what to say in any setting, whether it's a home party, whether it's a one-on-one appointment, whether no matter what it is, just go through this party pad and you don't even have to like know what to say. It just tells you, which is really nice. So make sure you're using your party pad. Then ask questions. If you don't know how to do something or you don't know about a product, go to our team Facebook page, call your sponsor, call me, whatever you're comfortable with, and just make sure you get answers to your questions so that your business runs a little bit smoother. When you log into your e-suite at the top, there will be a link. What does it say? Training or something? I don't remember what it's called, but it's training or something like that. Click on that. There's some videos. They're kind of boring, but it does give you the more information about how to run things. So it's important to watch that. And don't feel like you have to have all the answers. If it's your first party, people are not going to be mad if you don't have an answer. Just go with your enthusiasm and your excitement and your fun personality, and that's what's important. If you have to tell them, oh, I have no idea, let me call my sponsor and ask her, that's totally okay. People are expecting that. So just be happy and excited about the products and trust that eventually you will have most of the answers, but until then, don't stress about it. We've talked a couple times about our Facebook page. Just make sure you're getting onto that and asking your questions, and we post links to motivating ideas and different things that will be good to help you. So make sure you get on that. Also, if you ever have questions or your team or your potentials have questions, I'm always happy to do 3-way calls or Skype, or we can even log into this meeting, whatever would help you to answer all of your questions. You can share your screen with me on join.me if you need help enrolling customers or even enrolling yourself. I can see your screen and tell you, okay, click on this, or if you need help with your back office or whatever it is, always make sure that you ask, because we would love to help you. And of course, have fun. This business is about having fun. It shouldn't be a drag. It shouldn't cause you stress. Just have fun with it, and people will sense that you're having fun, so they'll want to do it with you. And we do have fun. You guys know that. You've been to our things. And just a few things to go over, because I don't want anyone to get in trouble. Even though we know the way the wrap works is by detoxifying and helping your body flush all that out of your system, we can't say that online for the public to see, because our product is classified as like a beauty product. For whatever legal reason, we aren't allowed to say that that's what it does. If someone asks you at a party or face-to-face or even in a private Facebook message or an email, then absolutely tell them, because that is how it works. But just make sure you're not posting it publicly on a blog or on Facebook or anything where we could get in trouble. Also, if you're posting your own before and after pictures, we have to say, for instance, they used free wraps, or they used Fat Fighters and grains for 3 months, or whatever it is they did to achieve those results. You have to post that. You can't just put the picture and not put what the person did. Also, we can't post in yard sale sites like classified advertisements, those types of things. They want us to keep it more professional. So even if you see other people doing it, they're not supposed to. Let's just make sure our team doesn't do that. And if you're making your own marketing materials, you have to use the logo that says independent distributor on it, and you have to get it approved in your back office through compliance to make sure that it's okay. Otherwise, you can get into trouble, and we don't want that to happen. So that's kind of the boring business side of being a distributor. And that's really all I have. That's kind of a really simplified version of how it all works, but really the more simple you can keep it, the more successful you'll be. Nobody wants to join a business that's really super complicated and impossible to understand. So if we keep it simple when we're talking to people, then they'll want to do it with us. And that's really it, unless you guys have any questions or anything for me. You can turn on your mic or type them in or telepathically ask me, whatever works for you. I think I'll go ahead and stop recording. So if you're watching this as a recording, if you have any questions, get with the person who sent you to watch it or with me, and we'd be happy to answer them, and we'd be happy to have you on our team. Hope you guys have a good night. I'm going to stay on to answer questions, but I'm just going to turn off the recording.